Hi, I'm Kat, and it's that time of the month again to do another monthly wrap-up, so let's go! First off, I need to say that last month was so much better and so much more diverse in terms of everything that I consumed, because in July I saw no movies and I saw no TV shows, which is absolutely a shame. What I did watch were stand-up specials and I read a ton of books. So let's start with the stand-up specials that I watched this month. Not this month, once again, July. And the first one I watched was Eric Andre, Legalize Everything. Then I watched Ursula Carlson, Overqualified Loser. Then I watched Jack Whitehall, I'm Only Joking. And then finally I watched Kenny Sebastian, The Most Interesting Person in the Room. So as you can see, because I didn't really stop at any of those names, it was not the best month for me in terms of comedy. All of these were just okay. But in terms of books, I have so many things to talk to you about. I have so many new favorites. July was like the best month for me in terms of books ever, I think. So let's start with the first one. The first book I read was Lakewood by Megan Giddings. And this was very, very interesting. So the blurbs in the back compare this to Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro and Get Out. So that had me really, really intrigued. This was one of those books that I bought because of the cover. And I knew nothing of what it was about going into it, so it was a surprise. That being said, I think it is a good approach. I don't really know how to describe this book. I think the comparison of Never Let Me Go and Get Out kind of do it justice. So I would say if you enjoy mystery, give this book a try. If you enjoy just trying to figure out what's going on, give this book a try. The only thing I would say about this book is because I don't mind open endings, but I just prefer to be in the know of what is going on. And here you're left with a lot of questions. So I think it depends on the type of reader that you are, the type of stories that you enjoy, because I think this has a lot of potential, and if the right reader picks it up, they'll love it. But I really enjoyed this, and if you enjoy mysteries, I think you should give this a try. I discovered a new favorite. Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. Oh boy, was this a surprise. This is a romance novel, so right off the bat, I was expecting cute stuff from it. I was expecting fluffy, I was expecting a quick read. What I was not expecting was for me to find like one of my perfect books. And this has been a long time coming and a long journey for me in terms of romance novels, because I've always enjoyed them. I've always enjoyed like love stories in general, but I've always found that the tropes don't really work for me. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. All I know is that I wanted to feel real, like the characters seem real, they act real, and that is exactly what happens here. A lot of times with romance books, what happens is that you have some tropes that are so unrealistic that it takes you out of the story. At least it does for me a lot, because I mean, there are certain things that happen in movies and in books that people just don't do in real life, and it doesn't happen here. Oh my god, this book is incredible. It's just, the relationship is so healthy and people talk. It's perfect. So this story is about our main character, Chloe Brown, and she is chronically ill, which means that she is in constant pain. I forget the actual name of the condition that she has, but it's like it takes over her life, and she is very much debilitated because of it at times. So she has a near-death experience that makes her reevaluate her life, and she comes to the realization that she is not where she wants to be in life, so she decides to take more risks and to put herself out there more and go against her instincts. And so she makes a list of different things that she wants to do, and all of this leads her to our other main character, who is Redford Morgan. And it's just, it's so perfect. Their relationship is it's so perfect. Like, I have no words better to describe this with than perfection. If you couldn't tell yet, 5 stars, new favorite. Go pick it up and read it. Then I read this book, which translates to The Old Men Who Read Romance Novels or Love Stories by Luis Pulza. And yeah, I felt like rereading this. Then I finally got to The Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan, which, whoop whoop, go me. I've been hoarding this book for years and years, and I finally got to it. I have to say that I'm really enjoying reading this series right now, but this book was a bit lackluster for me. I don't know, I was expecting so much more, and especially like with all of these characters coming together, because it's the 3rd book, I don't want to give any spoilers, but I was expecting like so much more out of this book. I am really excited to pick up The House of Hades, which is the next book in the series, especially because, I mean, where we leave things off, I'm expecting that The House of Hades will be like action non-stop and a lot of twists and turns, but this was a bit like, I felt a little underwhelmed about this. Then, my loves, this is a very solemn moment. We have my favorite book ever in life. I don't know if that's actually true because Cassandra Clare, but like, oh my god, this book is so perfect. And I will be like drilling this book into your brains until all of you pick it up and read it, because I have never read a more perfect relationship, a more perfect discussion of human people and human relationships and human emotions, and this book, it's perfection. So this is Take a Hint, Dani Brown, also by Talia Hibbert, and this book is not like a sequel to Get a Life, Chloe Brown, but it is in the same universe. So they are sisters, Chloe and Dani, they are sisters, and this is like a series of companion novels. So each one, there will be 3, I think, there are 3 sisters, and each book focuses on a different sister. So this came out this month, and I cannot believe that I have to wait 1 year, an entire year, for the next book. But it'll be worth it, and I'll reread these. This book. Oh, this perfect book. I love you so much. This focuses on our main character, in this case, Dani Brown, and she is very much independent. She has been burned in the past when it comes to relationships, so she has developed this defense mechanism where she only wants like very casual flings. She's not interested in being in a relationship, nothing serious. And then we have Zafir, who is like, he's the perfect like counterpart to Dani, because he's this big buff guy and he's so much more in touch with his feelings than Dani is. So I can't. I am so giddy about this book, and it's ridiculous because it's just a book, but it has my whole heart. Like, perfect relationship, perfect communication, perfect, like, everything is perfect, and how this book comes together. So let me, like, off the top of my head, this is Friends to Lovers. This has a little of a fake relationship trope, and even though at the beginning I was a bit skeptical about it, it was the perfect tool to get things going. So if you are a bit afraid or a bit unsure about this kind of trope, give it a try because it's so worth it. This book. That's all I have to say. After Take a Hint, Danny Brown, I read Look Both Ways by Jason Reynolds. Then I read Otherworldly, like worldly, but with words, by Yi Lum Mac. And this book was really, really cute. It's one of those that compiles different words from different languages that don't really have a translation into like a corresponding word. You have a definition, but you don't really have an exact word that compares to the same meaning. And then we get to all of the books I read for this year's reading rush. So I did a whole separate video with my in-depth thoughts on all of these books. I will just quickly go through all of them so you can see them here. But I read The Pleasure by Maria Hesse. I read The Black Flamingo by Dean Adam. I read A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne Brown. I read Hood Feminism by Mickey Kendall, and I will stop here because this is a favorite. I would highly encourage you to pick this up. This is nonfiction. It's a ton of different essays on a ton of different topics, all of them looked at through the lens of feminism, and on top of feminism, intersectional feminism. So this book was written by a Black author, Black woman, and it's just so poignant the way that she brings certain topics up. It's one of those like essential reading books. I highly, highly encourage you to pick this up, to read, and to just learn. Then I read Be to Read by Emily Henry. And then, I have two more. Another favorite, Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. Another stunning book, stunning story. This is the story of two sisters who don't know the other exists. They have the same father, but the father has been living a double life. So one of the sisters lives in New York, the other sister lives in the Dominican Republic, and the father just goes from family to family. One day he is going to the Dominican Republic, but his plane, or the plane he was on, crashes, he dies, and that just starts up a whole thing of the families finding out about each other and the sisters meeting for the first time. And it's just a beautiful story of family, of forgiveness, of acceptance, of love. I highly encourage you to pick this up. Elizabeth Acevedo is a favorite author of mine. I highly encourage you to pick up any of her books because either one will be a great choice. And finally, we get to the last book of July, which is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. And I'm so proud that I finally read this book, and that, I read so much this month, so overall I'm just so happy with my reading. And about this book, it's very, very cute. I had seen the movie before, I had loved the movie before, and I was really happy and really surprised to see how perfectly adapted it was and how faithful to the original material. It was actually like the perfect thing to end the month on. And yeah, that's our video for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and please tell me down below in the comments, what was your favorite thing of July? What was your favorite movie, TV show, book, whatever it is? I'd love to know and talk down below in the comments. And that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Bye!